Hi guys, how you doing? Senior Gaming here, and in today's episode I'm bringing you Blade Idol, and I've got for you figures special effects. So if you're Blade Idol player or perhaps Idol gamer, then make sure you subscribe to the channel as I post as often as possible and bring you best tips and advice. And if you enjoy what you see, then make sure you smash this like button as well. Okay, I'm gonna get straight to the point here and I'm gonna head over to inventory and the fourth tab figure. So there are already two videos released on my channel about figures in general, obviously what option you should be aiming for, etc. And that covered the first two tabs, as at the time when I recorded we only had these two different categories. And a costume figure has been added with the latest update, therefore there is a separate video, so I definitely encourage you to check this out. So in comparison to Monster Master and costume, there are different options you might go with, as some of these different categories will have a stronger shift towards the options you want to choose. When it comes actually to special effects, there is no difference between these categories, therefore I'll give you a certain options that you should go with and you'll be able to apply it to every single figure, doesn't matter which category it is. So just to make it nice and simple, I'm gonna head over to this very last, a God tier figure in a monster category, and in order to unlock special effects you want to hit that upgrade button. So the special effects are located just below the equipped effects, and at the moment as you see these two are grayed out, and the reason for it is, as this short description below states, you actually need to unlock it when you reach a certain level of upgrade. So as you see currently this very figure is on level 4, therefore in order to unlock first special effect I need a level 8, and then to unlock the second one level 15. Obviously the higher grade you go, like in this case God one, it's gonna be harder to reach it, but also at the same time the effects applied gonna be much stronger than, for example, the magic one. So let me just show you what I mean exactly. So as you see level 4 currently in here, and for instance level 14, if we do exactly same thing, we can actually have only 3% experience when it comes to a God tier in comparison to a 30% experience on a God tier. What also you have noticed with this very magic one, so when it comes to magic, rare and epic, when we hit that upgrade button you will only have one special effect. Whilst we talk legendary, mythical and finally God, you're gonna have two options to choose from. As well, what is worth noting, as you see you actually can land two exactly same effects, which is very handy, because like in this case I can actually double gold output if I like, so I could have 30% if I would land these two on a God. When I actually use a lot of terminology of landing these options, when we talk a monsters or any other aspects of the game where you're able to select options, you'll be just pretty much rolling it with the stones. When it comes to special effects, it's what you're gonna get out of raid, it's given, so you cannot really amend these options. Therefore, you'll have to constantly farm and look for this holy grail. You want, obviously, as often as possible, 2 God grades with the desired options. So this is something that you don't really have any influence over, so you'll be constantly seeking for better items. Okay, so that's pretty much when it comes to what special effects are, how you can unlock them, and how many special effects you've got between grades of the figures. And now most important thing is what options we actually should go with. So I'm gonna use that a very much question mark again in here, and I tell you exactly where you need to focus. So when it comes to figures and special effects, ideally what you want to do, you want to start dividing that into two different categories. And what exactly I mean is that you want to go with category A or setup A, where you're gonna go for this a push setup, which means that when you want to progress stages or obviously grind a little bit higher, you're gonna gear everything which will give you boost to damage. So your primary options you should aim for is gonna be upgrade figure, as this is obviously another multiplier when it comes to attack, and it's gonna be a unique multiplier because you can only get it out of the figures. And then your alternative is gonna be any of the critical damage. Again, another multiplier, doesn't matter if it's crit damage, super or hyper, but on this occasion, these three options can be actually obtained via different aspects of the game. And if you cannot land these, then I would definitely encourage you to go as a secondary option, either penetration or accuracy. There is never enough of these stats, so therefore if you are really unlucky with rolling these special effects, if you land some mythical or god, then you can as well go with penetration or accuracy. And then when finally comes to that second set, you should start building equally strong set, but this is where you want to feed yourself with as much gold and experience as possible. Meaning obviously when you finally sit comfortably on certain level, you want to switch all the figures into this farming mode and obviously maximize potential as much as you can. So in this particular case, actually, what I've got, I will definitely convert this as it sits at the moment. That gives me additional 30% gold. And if I'll be able as well to obviously upgrade it, as you see, we're gonna have additional attack, HP, defense, and this gonna be a setup around gold. Currently, when it comes to options, I'm using all offensive options, but if I feel comfortable wherever I'm farming, I will definitely switch all these options as well for gold or experience. So therefore your attack options, which I mentioned earlier on, upgrade figure attack, will always have these equipped effects with options as well, offensive ones. And whilst you build a second set for a farming strategy, you also want to touch on options to maximize this potential as much as you can. Right then guys, so that will be it. Hope you found this useful, and if you have, then you know what to do guys. Smash this like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, I will see you next time.